Let me see if I can rotate this. Hey, how's everything going, guys? So, have you been thinking about your raise conversation? Have you had someone, are you at that point in your job where you're ready to discuss increasing your salary? Maybe they've already offered it to you. What does that look like? How did that feel? Were you nervous? Did you have clarity in your mind? Like, am I answering the right thing? What if I say too much? Should I bring it up? What's appropriate? What if they turn me down? So one of the things that I would encourage you. This is the time to start changing and practicing the things that will help you accelerate your growth. So we know anyone, the more money you have, the easy it is about the easier it is to save, invest, or easier it is for you to try to reach the goals that you're trying to reach. But getting more money, I mean, it could seem as simple as, I mean, you could just apply to another job. The thing about it is, statistically speaking, when you get another job, the raise stuff, it only really impacts you for the first 2 weeks. You're only motivated by that for the first 2 weeks. So you have to actually be doing meaningful work. And I mean, that's life purpose and um, talking about your vision and all those things are important. But right now, I just want to stick to how can we help you be confident and knowledgeable to have a clear conversation about increasing your salary. Because there's nothing wrong with that. That's perfectly fine. And to be quite honest, the more you normalize this as part of your routine, the more it will seem like just another piece of the process. Just like when you apply to a job. When it's time to get a new job, you got to apply, you got to upload your resume, that type of thing. Well, talking about salary, it'll become to, hey, got to talk about salary, got to talk about sign on bonus, got to talk about benefits and compensation, all the different factors. That's a normal thing. And the more you get comfortable with that, the more you'll see success in any type market. So right now there's a good time for you to practice. There's no really better time to start a new practice than the next day. But the reason why I say it's a good time is because typically, not everybody, but most often, if you apply for a new job right now in this market, you're typically going to get offered more, tend on the higher scale of things, which is not bad because we all know inflation's up and all that type of thing. But are you ambitious enough and confident enough to go in and really assess the value of the job based off your qualification? That's what you're looking for. What that job pays, look at that job scale, and based off your qualification, degree, experience, any niche experience you might have that would apply to this job, plus when you speak to the interview, what skills are actually going to be needed past what the requisition was asking for. And if you can summarize and kind of evaluate what that's asking, that's where you start to pull out this is where a fair compensation would be for this skill, for this role at this company. Then, once they give you an offer, even if they gave you an offer and it matched what you were doing, what you thought it should be, you simply ask for more. Now, there is some things I want you to think about when you're asking for more. Number one, if you can understand and you've had a conversation with them and they talked about where their scale is, I want you to subtract $10,000 to $12,000 off the top of their scale. By definition, when you do that, you're telling them and communicating and understanding that, hey, from an employer standpoint, nobody comes in at the very top dollar. That scale is there, but the idea is that with any place you go to, they want you to grow into the role. So by subtracting $10,000 to $12,000 off the top of that scale, then you will get, let's see, then you will be kind of in range to discuss. Now, based on what that number is, when you subtract that 10 to 12,000 and what the offer is, now that's where you have to really be transparent. What is the skills work? And because we don't want you to lean onto your understanding, check out salary.com, check out Glassdoor, check out all these different sites, and it'll tell you what that number is so you know, okay, I'm in that ballpark. Now, what if my base doesn't get me there? That's where you want to talk about incentive, sign on, 401k, all these different things. Because when you add all these different things, including benefits, if your benefits are less than what you were paying, but if they're more, that's where the compensation has to be. And right now, if you are stalking compensation, you want to apply at least a 3 to 5% increase, just because if you leave a job right now, you know you're not going to get a raise for wherever you're going. These are valid reasons and concepts. And you put and package all this information together, and you place it, the number, with the facts from the interview and the information that you got. Well, you guys want me to be able to do A, B, C, D. I've done A, B, and C, D. I have experience. I've done it in this fashion. I've done that fashion. That's why I'm saying, in order to be compensated fairly, I need this number. And you practice that, practice that, practice that. But can you just jump right in? That can be hard. So that's why I want you to first practice at the grocery store. Practice everywhere you go. Ask for something extra to get your mind in the routine of asking for more. Not begging, but that's the art of negotiation. You have to ask for something else. If you go order a burger, see if they'll give you fries. If you go to the grocery store, see if you can get a discount for being a customer of the day or something. Ask for something. Find a way to negotiate something extra. If you buy a pair of pants, see if you get something off by purchasing the pants, or if you could purchase a shirt, you get more money off. Something of that nature. Some kind of way I want you to negotiate more, less or more, or get some type of extra value in the process. And you do this repetitively so that when you get to this larger scale of things, because information isn't always going to build your confidence, but practice and discipline will give you the confidence. Information just gives you the knowledge that, hey, I know this is possible and I know this is right and fair. But your confidence is how you are able to seal the deal for yourself. I want you to think about those things, guys. I want you to think about how you can increase your salary. And if you're a business owner, I want you to think about that when you select your pricing, when you're thinking about speaking with vendors, everything. We have to understand this negotiation tactic, because not like it's a wrong thing, but it's really more just to make sure it's the art of doing business. In a job scenario, you're providing a service to them, skills, abilities, all that type of stuff. This person is, you're providing a service to them, they're paying for your skills and service, your expertise. Same thing in business. You're providing some sort of product or services. You have to negotiate prices. You have to negotiate. That is a skill and a learned skill. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let's try out this live thing this year, 2022. Have a good evening.